no question.
What is the question?
All of y'all have my phone number. If anyone was truly concerned, you can call me.
You're being an asshole.
I'm being an asshole.
You are being an asshole.
Question?
No, you're being an asshole because you were talking over people.
I'm talking over
You were turning
people?
things into stuff that they're not.
When you sit here on your soapbox and try to say, I'm not getting through to you, no, you're not going to get through to me, because if you really wanted to, you could have a one-on-one and call me. So let's not play the theatrics, because I'm not here for that shit today.
I don't.
Thank you.
We were not talking about you at my birthday.
Well,
it was about...
There were about 45 minutes. It was not 40 minutes. It was a long time.
I got my second shot today, and all I want to know, Wendy, is are you going to invite everybody to the girls' trip? Because I think we need it.
I think that we should do a quick jaunt.
Yes, a jaunt.
And also to bring our husbands. Especially since so many people want to keep our husbands' names in their mouths. You always want to talk about somebody, but you ain't got nobody. But okay. Chris is going to be there. Dre is going to be there. I don't know if Michael will be there. I would love for him to be there if he could. And Ray is going to be there. Your luggage is going to be there.
I got your wig, ho. You're mad. Miss Wig. I got your wig, ho. I got your wig, ho. Miss Wikiana.
Your face said that
You know what, Wendy? You got one more time.
Imagine a woman throwing a drink on another woman for not calling a man.
No.
What type of woman does that? Look at you. Look at the CEO. Look at the CEO. Look at the CEO. Look at the CEO. That why you getting up? You gonna throw another?
Well, in Maryland, what the hell?
Like you embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed your whole business. Really?
Well, I don't know, because, I mean, let's be clear. Wendy's jealous of you.
I don't
get
owe him
past
anything.
that
I don't owe him
because there's
anything.
no feelings in business.
Sweetie, maybe you talk to other men like that, but
Of course
I don't
do.
need
I
to.
sit at a
I don't know what
boardroom
you're
table
talking
with
about.
all men.
When I met my husband, I had been receiving chiropractic care for years. So when we were introduced to the joint model, it was a no-brainer for us. We soon became owners in the North Carolina and Virginia markets. And now we are the regional developers for DC and Maryland as well.
Black female at the boardroom table.
Girl, I'm the only black female that is a professor at Johns Hopkins, and I'm the youngest professor at Johns Hopkins.
Hi, I'm Wendy Osefo. I am a visiting assistant professor at the School of Education.
So don't tell me how to be a boss, because I am a f***ing boss. You understand that?
Wendy Osefo is an education professor at Johns Hopkins University, and she's a doctor. So Dr. Wendy, we are going to start with you.
Wendy Osefo is the definition of an accomplished woman, a professor, political analyst, and entrepreneur. She made headlines for earning her PhD in public affairs and community development from Rutgers University, the first black woman to do it in the university's history.
You're not sorry for assaulting someone?
I didn't assault you.
You assaulted me. Do you know the definition of assault?
Do you?
Yes, I do. It's to unlawfully put your hands on somebody. But let's talk about the sequence of events, because you're talking about defamation of character. I hear you're going around telling people that I called your husband gay.
You did.
I never once
You
said
said
that.
he's sleeping with a man.
Did I call him gay? Because I never said that, so that's
what
your
is
definition.
it?
You said that you pick out women for your man to sleep with.
Mia said, if she's winning, you winning, right?
Yeah.
So she bought your Porsche.
Honey, I make my own coins. It is in my name, so I income qualified to get the vehicle.
Yes.
Did you help me put a down payment on it because you knew that at that moment I was spending a lot of money to get out of this unhealthy relationship and you wanted to give me a cushion because you love me?
She loves you.
It was like, I just want clarity.
Right.
Like, because who's buying the car? Is this Gordon buying you a car? Like what's going on here? You driving a Porsche, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking, Mia done bought your car.
Her car is in her name, yes.
What's that?
I just visited Giselle. Mia and Jacqueline got to drinking.
Uh-huh.
And I've said I'd never hold anything back from you, so she was too happy to tell me that you and Jacqueline, she peeped you all showering nude together. Where were you in Miami? Were you in the same house?
room where I should be.
I mean, that's fine if that's what y'all want to do, but we're going to ask questions.
They're in the window.
Yes.
They want to be seen.
So you and Jacqueline showered together.
Yes, we
Nude.
do.
Okay, so it's something you enjoy. You know, we know Gordon likes others, right?
And they think we're in some tobacco, like some threesome together.
Oh, us three.
Mia did talk about the fact that, you know, she allowed Jacqueline to have sex with one of her boyfriends years ago, and Mia wanted to watch. You kissed?
No.
You fondled?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, I thought I wanted to be a gynecologist, so I was like checking cervix and stuff.
Oh, you went into the JJ. Oh.
Okay. You know what?
So I just want to
Explain that.
She was like, can you just look in there and see what's going on in there?
Was she itching or something?
I wanted to make sure it was all good. I had a flashlight and everything.
You looked inside?
I wanted to go get some tongs too, because that's what I saw at the
How do you know when I say y'all are sleeping with men and women that you're not the one sleeping with the men?
I heard what you said, huh? You better not ever talk about a married man. I better not ever catch you. What you think you did when you met yours? Huh?
I slept with a married man. I don't have a problem with it.
You think that after having an argument, you are warranted to throw a margarita or a mojito, whatever your alcoholic beverage of choice was, in someone's face?
I'm sorry I threw the drink on you. I'm real with
She's
mine.
fine. You're real with yours?
Not trying to pretend.
Pretend?
Anything.
Don't do that.
Well, clearly you all are not ready to talk, so we can table it. All right.
Is this what success looks like?
Yes.
Is it you? Look at the CEO. Look at the CEO. Look at the CEO. Oh, look at the CEO. This is what success feels like.
Yes. Not intend to argue with Wendy. I think I poorly delivered the message that I was trying to deliver. I was talking business. She wanted to talk about threesomes. It's like, no,
you took it to a whole nother level when you threw the drink, and then she responded.
Are you just saying that because you want to?
We gotta stop with these lies. Y'all can't just say whatever you want because you ain't got nothing else to talk about.
She had dinner with him before filming.
I was talking shit about my food. Look at the plate, y'all. Something once was in that plate. What you saying now?
It was good.
Oh, really?
It was good. The snapper was good.
Yeah.
It was crispy.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. And they had a whole entree, and I heard all about it. And
From
it was
whom?
after hours.
From whom?
In Bar 1.
Who told
Baltimore.
you this?
I saw the cameras.
She saw the cameras.
Did they have the cookie for dinner?
Somebody just sent me a clip. You know, I'm going through a lot of shit right now. But somebody just sent me a clip from the Potomac Housewife reunion show. And Mia is going at it with Wendy. And, brother, this is kind of y'all fault. Because I taped with y'all for 5 minutes promoting Bar 1 Baltimore and Bar 1 Miami Beach. And you turned that 5 minutes into 9 episodes. And now my name is thrown around on the reunion show when in real life, I don't mess with none of those women. Okay? Giselle, Robin, cool people. The rest of them, Wendy, I shot with her one time, 5 minutes. Didn't go out to dinner with her. I didn't have no late night snack with her. She's a married woman. She's very respectful, very honorable. Okay, so for Mia, for you to be talking about me and Wendy getting together is so disrespectful. And it's so thirsty. It's real thirsty for you to do that just to collect that check from Bravo. There's nothing cool about that. Okay? And you can't just use my name like that, because if you use my name like that, I'm going to have my lawyer get in touch with you guys, and it's going to be really ugly. Okay? Because I do not know any of those women. I never see them outside of my establishment. Okay? And y'all just can't recklessly just throw people's name out there like that, because it actually hurt my business. And that's irresponsible. Please, cease and desist.
No, she gave him the cookie allegedly. The cookie.
I understand.
You're for lobsters.
I'm not denying it.
You it's fine. You're for lobsters. We don't all do that.
Oh my God.
You know, it's interesting to me that who I thought was my friend, Peter Thomas, can say things like, he don't know us like that. I wonder if he didn't know us like that the times when he'd been at our house, eating our food, playing card games, and associating with other people, family members and friends of ours. I guess he didn't know us like that when he held our baby girl and was the first man other than myself to hold our baby girl. I guess he didn't know us like that when he's gone on boat rides with us. I guess he didn't know us like that all the times that we spent at his restaurant supporting his business. And certainly, I guess he didn't know us like that when he wanted to borrow $60,000 to pay his bills at Bar One. So I don't know why Peter says he don't know us like that. Maybe that's his definition of not knowing us like that. Not knowing us like that when he's attended our kids' parties. So I guess if that means not knowing someone, then I guess that's what Peter's meaning is. And furthermore, to say this has hurt his business, just a few days ago, I personally spoke to Peter and he said the publicity is actually helping his business. And furthermore, the allegations that he's referencing only came out a couple of days ago, so how could it have hurt his business that quickly? Peter, I guess we don't know you like that.
Mia, I didn't understand why you threw a drink at Wendy. She didn't really say anything bad about your husband.
You got one, Wendy, you got one more time.
Imagine a woman throwing a drink on another woman for not calling a man.
No.
What type of woman does that?
So the way that I remember it, Andy, there was a lot of things that were said. Like she just kept like just coming at and just spitting things out that had absolutely nothing to do with what I was trying to talk about.
But that's not true.
And I'm talking to Andy. And I had enough.
Look at the CEO. Look at the CEO. Look at the CEO. Look at the CEO.
Robin, you kept calling Wendy antagonistic. How is it possible to antagonize someone after they throw a drink in your face?
Stop antagonizing. You antagonize to the utmost. Y'all better get security here for real, because
For what? What are you gonna do?
Shut up! Why are you just getting worried about my life? I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Please put your fingers out of my face. Please put your fingers out of my face, Robin.
This is putting my
Put your
finger in
finger
your
out of
face.
my-
Please don't tell anyone I tried to fight you anymore.
It's dangerous for you to be held back.
I was not held back.
You were held back. Maybe you were so drunk you don't remember.
She was not.
After watching the episodes, do you realize Charisse did need to hold you back from Wendy at the dance studio earlier this season?
So we've got some context missing here. She did not. So
the clip shows that she was.
She didn't have to hold me back.
Okay, well, she was holding you back.
She wasn't holding me back.
Okay.
She got up. She even says in that moment, it was a natural reaction to get up.
You've touched on colorism at previous reunions. However, this season we received far more audience feedback, so it feels important to revisit. Now, I agree this is a really sensitive and nuanced topic within the Black community, and one that I, as a white man, shouldn't be leading.
Now, I know it's you've been online. People, they love you, but then some people have been criticizing you. They say it's bullying or colorism. What would you say to that?
You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion of us, but, you know, that's social media.
Right.
I always feel like social media does not pay us, so I don't pay attention to it. The minute it pays us, I'll be all in it.
Okay.
But until then, it's just foolishness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
I agree.
And honestly, like, I'm not perfect, and I don't pretend to be perfect, so I don't expect to be on a reality show about our real lives being perfect. And so it's fine if people want to get upset from episode to episode.
Nneka kept on saying, your mom said she's going to put my name on the shrine, she's going to do this, she's going to do that.
She submitted my name to a shrine. And threatening to send my in-laws' name to a shrine.
It was never about Nneka.
Nice try. Nice try. It was not a fight between friends. Ivy told my in-law that Wendy was upset that I had allegedly used her name, and I'm telling people that she and I are friends to be amongst a social circle.
It seemed like her sister and her mom were trying to prevent me from, like, interacting with these women.
Maybe instead of them to see you as a fellow Nigerian, they're seeing you as a Nigerian that maybe want to take somebody's spot.
So if that's the case, that's really disappointing and alarming.
Got it. Which is incorrect. Okay. I met her at an event, but I've never said that she and I are friends because I don't know her. I met her in passing.
Okay, got it.
You knew exactly who I was.
Get her, get her, get her. Get her, get her, get her, get her.
I didn't know you. I still don't know you.
Where did all the hatred come from?
The hatred came from her sister communicating that I'm a clout chaser. I'm jealous of you. Everything under the sun. So you went and told her sister and her mama that I was on the show, and they were mad.
Her and my sister were friends. They're no longer friends.
As of April 7th, when your mom threatened shrines on people. And that's where she puts the names of people.
What? She's doing voodoo on you?
This woman put a hex on me. And then she says that we should ask about her in the DMV.
Ask about who?
Wendy's mom and her shrine and her prayers, and check on those people who I've prayed against and see how they're doing. They're not doing well.
Is this normal? Okay.
Because culturally, like, we're supposed to be sisters, you know?
This is like so creepy. I've had a lot of going on in my life, and I'm starting to think that Wendy's mother put a hex on me.
She did.
That she prayed against me. She threw my name somewhere.
I was under the impression with this whole conversation that you didn't really know her.
I mean, that's my sister's friend. That's my
She said she
honored her at your daughter's party.
Are you mad? Are you mad?
Yeah, so she is the older sister Ivy that's been contacting my husband's cousin because she's been friends with him for like 13 years. Honored her at your daughter's party.
Were you there?
Her.
Or were you still in LA smoking crack?
Crack? Because that's what I smell. Be careful with the allegations, honey. Nobody's smoking crack over here.
No way.
That it's because of drugs?
No. Now, I grant you, I partied. But there have been times when I know I was going through a lot of emotional stress and my eating habits were awful.
Whitney dying. Crack rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight.
We shouldn't put out like drug accusations out on the floor. Unless it's true.
Let's not put out any allegations. Let's be clear.
But she backed up
any allegations.
Okay.
We'll have dinner, and we'll just try to keep it light.
As a group collectively, if we're going to move together and move on, enough is enough.
Rabiana, Tapiana, Strapiana, Daikiana. Rabiana, Miss Dyke, the Daikiana. Miss Rabiana, Miss Dyke, Rabiana, Tapiana, Strapiana, Daikiana. Rabiana, Tapiana, Miss Strapiana, the Daikiana. Miss Rabiana, Miss Dyke, Rabiana, Tapiana, Strapiana, Daikiana.
I think today was overwhelming.
Yes.
Like
It is. It's
like,
incredibly defamatory. It's incredibly defamatory.
She should apologize for that.
She's not going to because she's upset about the scenario and her mom. But Candace, let me tell you something.
You all are
that's why it was shocking because that's not a cultural thing. When her sister was calling, the mama said, "I have a shrine." And for her to admit that any conversation like that transpired would admit that her mom consults with the shrine or like has interaction with the shrine, like who can admit that?
So in the trailer, Wendy, we saw a new cast member, Neka, is coming for your mom and said that she's submitting names to shrines. What shrines, what names, what does this all mean? Can you unpack this for us?
No, I can't because I pray to my blood and Savior Jesus Christ, and so does my mom. And if you get a copy of my memoir, which I released last year, Tears of My Mother, the story of my legacy Nigerian, I talk about how growing up, my mom didn't have much to give us as a single mother, but what she did give us was the power of prayer. And as a woman who is so devout in her faith, her Catholic upbringing, to have such malicious accusations accused of her really is disheartening, and it's sad that it's coming from someone who is a fellow Nigerian to use what I call xenophobic tropes that as immigrants we are often, grew up with when we were younger, and it's hurtful. But I wish her well. I hope she got the attention she was craving.
I just say too that when you meet Miss Susan, she emits.
Oh yeah. I feel like we know her just from seeing her on TV.
The Holy Spirit. You could never think anything else of her except that she is a down home regular mom that wants to protect her family.
So where do we stand with the new cast member right now? Is she here at BravoCon, or will you be talking to her?
I think she's here. I think we're all here. I did see her from afar. I don't like to jump the gun. I had a lot of issues with the way that she came at Wendy, and especially the way that she came at Wendy's mother, but I don't really know her. I don't know her. So I'm over here on the side just watching, and I would really love to see her properly reconcile with Wendy.
What I have found is that sometimes with newer housewives, they want to assert themselves. And for me, it's clear that she came in with an agenda. And that's okay because the fans have spoken. I gotta
love these ladies.
You want to get in the water?
So, Mia, did you notice yesterday at dinner when Giselle was talking about Grace and you asked a very important and valid question about if she had concerns about sending her daughter to a Republican state?
She's going to an HBCU school in Florida. So I'll be crying next week.
Okay. I know you're excited about Grace going away to college.
Yeah.
But do you ever have concern about her going to school in Florida?
Yes.
You do?
100%. I mean, Florida, in my mind, is like a whole nother little country of its own.
Yeah, it's its own world down there.
The way the governor is acting a fool.
So last night, I noticed the two of y'all, looking at each other, kind of smirking, making facial expressions surrounding the conversation about Grace. And I picked up on it. I didn't like it, but it happened, and I noticed it.
I'm not going to speak on anyone's child. I'm not going to speak on your daughter because in the past, you have weaponized Grace against me.
Well, what does weaponize mean? I need to understand.
When we were in New York 2 years ago, you said that I gave your daughter a nasty... Anytime it comes to a conversation about your daughter, I do not want to speak on it because of the environment that you, Giselle, have created surrounding your daughter. When it comes to me with Grace...
But it's not about speaking or not speaking. It was the looks on y'all faces.
Overlooking if they both give each other funky faces at different times.
Shade, the actual shade of it all, everybody's shady.
Good. Y'all laughing and it's fine. But if I laugh about something, it's problematic. It's about my child.
Casting had originally wanted you to come on the show through Wendy because we thought you had mutual friends and that this would make sense. What production told me was that you didn't necessarily seem that excited by the idea.
They said, okay, we have somebody. And they said, do you know X, Y, and Z?
Right.
And I said, no, I don't know her. And then they said, oh, that's funny. She says she knows you.
I met her in events, but I've never said that she and I are friends because I don't know her.
That was it. So I wasn't excited, not because I didn't want her on the show. I didn't know her. I don't know her.
The hatred came from her sister communicating that I'm a clout chaser. I'm jealous of you. Everything under the sun. So you went and told her sister and her mama that I was on the show and they were mad.
I met her at an event for Umuibo, the Pheno concert. I met you in a private VIP, maybe less than 20 people, 10 people.
Sometimes for us, if two people have met a few times, in our mind, it's like, oh, they know each other. They've been at events.
And so all I was doing, I wasn't shading. All I was doing was responding saying, I don't know her.
Okay.
That's it.
What was your intention in bringing it up?
Thank you.
And why not bring it up to Wendy?
It was something that had been brought to my attention. Prior to me meeting NECA, it was brought up again. And that was why I talked to NECA about it.
Very convenient.
But
It is
Andy,
not
I will
to
say,
disparage you.
I will say though, because you're asking about what it means.
No.
Truthfully speaking, I don't believe that any of us here are competent enough to really speak about it appropriately. So when asking what the definition is, I don't even feel comfortable really divulging much.
Osu caste system in the Igbo land. If you're not familiar with what Osu means, these are people that have been referred to as outcasts, believed to also be the sacrifice to the gods, in the essence that they become the slaves of the gods. And also they help the priests and high priestess during the indigenous religious rituals. And when I say gods, I'm talking about the ancient or indigenous religion back then. Some people have sort of compared their roles and responsibilities to the altar boys in the Catholic Church. So I don't know if that I'm gonna go with that comparison, but that's a topic for a different day. How can one acquire the Osu tag or label, or let's say status. Let's go with status. I think that's more appropriate. There've been so many tales, and because there's so many tales from different Igbo land, there is no one story to it. But I'm just going to tell you a bit from what I know. Well, they said back in those days, during intertribal wars, the people that won, so the spoils of war, that's what we call the people that they were captured, so the slaves that they would get during those wars, when they are sold off to a new master, and this master decides to give them away to their gods in a bid to maybe appease or gift them, they become Osu. So these slaves that were captured during war become the Osu because they were gifted from them. They were gifted to the gods by their master. Sorry, why is my mouth tongue-tied? It's also believed that, back then, a lot of the indigenous religious practices involved human sacrifices. So these slaves were given to the gods for this human sacrifice. Before I continue, there are 3 stages that I want to talk to us about. The first one are the Osus. I just explained that that's the slave to the gods. The second are the Ohus. These are the slaves to the masters. These are the people that were gotten from, from war. While the third are the Wadialas. The Wadialas are referred to as the freeborns, the son of the soil. So in terms of the hierarchy of social class or social status, the Osu caste system insinuates that the Wadialas are right at the top. Those are the freeborns, while the Osus are right at the middle. Then the Ohus are right at the bottom because they are the slaves. It's also been believed that vulnerable communities that knew that there was no way they were going to win a war, but they were going to win an intertribal war, would usually seek refuge in a shrine nearby. And the moment the priest or the priestesses acknowledges these people that have been, that have come to their shrine for refuge, they automatically take on the Osu tag, in the sense that they ran to the shrine to volunteer themselves or to give themselves up to the gods. And so many of them would rather do that than become slaves. And back then, when you are a slave or when you've been gotten from war, they usually sell the slaves to the white man as well. So a lot of people were like, no, we don't want that. We would rather just become Osu and keep our life. And I'm sure you're wondering that why is it that people run to the shrine? What is it that the shrine can do to them? Well, if you're someone with the Osu status, you are immediately immune to harm. It's said that if you hurt someone that's an Osu, and they go back and they cry to their gods, because they are slaves to the gods, and apparently it's been said that they can manipulate the gods for their own benefit. It's a very long story. If they go to the gods and they cry to them, the gods would punish you for hurting one of their own, for hurting their slave. You get that kind of thing. So a lot of people used to fear them and they used to respect them, quote unquote. So these are different ways that people can acquire the Osu status. There's one that's quite gets to me, is the fact that when you do something bad, you become an Osu. So if you do something that is not socially acceptable or something that is seen as criminal in the society, like rape, incest, murder, you automatically become an Osu person. Due to urbanization, there's no way that people are going for intertribal wars anymore. We're not going for intertribal wars. We're not going to give humans to the gods or slaves. But this system or this phenomena, let's call it, is still quite prevalent. And why is it quite prevalent? It's because there are 2 ways that people still acquire the Osu tag. And one, that's through inheritance, and the other is through marriage. Inheritance, when you're born in an Osu family, you automatically become an Osu. So no matter what you do, you can't take off that status. You're an Osu person. Secondly, if a non-Osu, that's a Wadiala or a freeborn, should get married to an Osu person, the person automatically becomes an Osu. Because getting married to an Osu person, if you're freeborn and you get married to an Osu person, it's seen as a taboo, as an abomination, and people would not want to associate with you.
Is this a bad thing?
It's taboo. We don't talk.
Taboo.
We don't talk about it.
We do not talk about it. There's no reason it should be talked about on this platform. And honestly, Ashley, I don't want to hear anything else, because if you knew how taboo it is, Wendy, you would not say anything else, and you would just eat it and say, I'm sorry, and move on.
And I have.
And
what
move on.
What I will not fall on the sword for is what followed subsequently.
NECA has apologized for referring to your mom as a witch.
You know for a fact the impact of calling somebody or somebody's family member a witch.
Your mom submitted my name to a shrine.
Okay. She did not.
I'm willing to even put that aside for us to move forward.
So can you not
I apologize.
You're not understanding that I've been deeply impacted as well.
I'm talking about the fact that you called my mom a witch in my face. I can say tangibly you did that. You're talking about something that is hearsay and third party. That's the difference.
Lavette can testify
That's
to
the
what she was
difference.
told about me.
We can agree to coexist and move forward. Just take accountability and move forward.
She submitted my name to a shrine. I was very excited and happy to be with another Nigerian. This is the first time on any Housewives franchise that 2 Nigerians, Igbo people, on the same page. And she's attacked me in several different forms. Instead of the phone calls, she was over here spreading the lies about the Osu. Osu had nothing to do with me. True. All season long, she had no energy for Ashley, never confronted Ashley about the Osu thing.
I may have implied that to Wendy, that Nneka was like sort of implying that Wendy was Osu.
Do y'all think that you'll ever be friends? Because y'all are Igbo sisters. Kick it.
I have said what I have said. I said we can coexist.
Josh feel about the nicknames, the pool boy and Jack Harlow?
Josh was actually really offended by some of the things that Wendy had said about him.
He's offended by being called Jack Harlow?
No, when you said that dating him was a lateral move from Michael.
What is your response to Ashley saying you can suck it and watch what happens later? Jack Harlow and Josh.
Oh, regarding your comments about Jack Harlow and Josh.
You know, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I think that that speaks to how deplorable and just lack of thought process Ashley has towards the whole situation.
Ashley, what did you think of Wendy calling Josh Jack Harlow and saying that you can do better than him?
Josh survived cancer when he was 27 years old, okay? And he is now 30 years old. He's very accomplished. Wendy has no idea what he does for a living. And the man stared death in the face, okay? With thyroid cancer. So if anything, I think he's a very impressive young man.
He even tried to invoke the cancer of it all to seek sympathy, and that's not what we were doing. It was just light shade. It didn't warrant all of that. And so, you know, I wish Ashley well, but I never thought it was wrong for you to say to your friend, oh, I think you could do better. I think that's actually a compliment. So for her to now take it to this level, it's odd.
What's your response to how Wendy spoke about that on Watch What Happens Live last week?
It was a little surprising to me that Wendy said those comments in the first place that she said in her confessional, because that's not the energy that Wendy was saying to me to my face. For someone who I consider to be my friend, I would really think if you really thought like, oh, this guy really isn't of the caliber or whatever, then maybe you'd say that. But to say that for the confessional chair, it really showed me that Wendy is two-faced. And so I didn't appreciate that at all. Like, if you really felt that, you'd stand 10 toes on that and be like, girl, you know, if you want to say this is a lateral move or whatever she said, then, you know, just be a woman and say it to me. So I was just really, it pissed me off. I actually didn't even watch her Watch What Happens Live episode. I didn't really care to see it. Of course, I heard that she talked about me, called Josh a rented boyfriend. There are some other conversations that Wendy and I have had where she brings up things that her husband has been involved in to try to like justify her talking about Josh. They're apples and oranges, things that she really has no justification to say. And also the fact that she doesn't even know Josh. She doesn't know his story, who he is, what he represents. And he's new to this platform. He doesn't know any of this. And you just go in on him like that's low-hanging fruit. And that's really stupid of you.
He'll be okay.
You have no remorse. He's a very good guy. And all his friends have been texting him like, oh, I can't believe she said that about you.
Do you know how many things you have said about my husband?
What did I say about your husband?
Just because,
what did I say about your husband?
What is she said about it?
Let's start with when Ashley woefully brought a rumor that she knew was a lie about my husband.
You mean the blog that someone else wrote that again I didn't write?
Wendy says that Giselle should have been the one to bring up the Eddie rumors to her and not you, Ashley.
Like with Giselle, the same way she wanted to have the conversation with me at dinner, if you really were hearing these things, why didn't she do this?
Do you look back on this now and think maybe Giselle should have had the discussion with her?
No, ultimately, the conversation was had between Giselle and I at the same time. I was a part of that conversation as well. So I also have a responsibility, I feel, to have a discussion with Wendy. I don't know why it would only have to be coming from Giselle when, again, both of us were a part of that.
Giselle and Wendy had a friendship. They had a rapport. They were close.
Wendy referred to Giselle as her big sister. So, yeah, I expect Giselle to be concerned. But please, pray tell, help me to understand, what does forehead have to do with any of this? What does Ashley bring to this situation? Like, why are you emoting Giselle to Ashley, of all people, if you are concerned?
I was mad at Ashley too. So don't sit here and woe is me. You spoke about the father, my children, my husband.
Okay.
Sit there
You
and
need to
sit with it.
Take it up with the
Sit
blogger.
with it.
Take it up
You
with the
brought
blogger.
it.
So if you're really concerned about your friend, then go to her friends. Hi, hello, me. Okay, like, and I didn't even know this was happening, but you wait and talk about it with the #1 mess maker in the group.
So she went to Ashley, and she went to Ashley twice. Like, you went to the same person twice because you knew she would carry that.
Yes.
She knew what she was doing. She
You
went
was
to the
carrying
same
a baby
person
and some
twice.
mess.
She didn't go to Robin. She didn't go to Candace. You went to the same person twice, and you did it on purpose.
And if Giselle truly was concerned about Wendy, she should have pulled her aside. This was not a moment, though, that needed to be a part of us. It should have been a part of Giselle and Wendy, woman to woman.
I agree wholeheartedly. That should have been a one-on-one conversation.
I should have been the one that talked to Wendy before Ashley. 100%. I own that. However, for the millionth time, none of this was malicious. None of this was shady. It wasn't mean. The reaction that Wendy had, I didn't see that coming. It didn't make any sense to me.
For her to have that type of reaction, it was shocking to me. It was very eye-opening for me, and it really just made me look at her completely differently.
You want to fire shots, baby girl? I got the mother bazooka.
The fact that Wendy hasn't said, you know what, Giselle, what was the conversation with you and Ashley was shocking to me. Cannot believe she did not want to have that conversation with me. Because if she did, she would have been fine. It would, I would have told her, like, girl, this was nothing.
I really thought that it was going to be something that we would have like a little kiki of. Considering that, it's something that is very similar to something that I went through, I do think that it makes sense that we would have that talk. Just laugh about it or anything aside from what happened. I mean, literally, World War III transpired, and I was like, oh, what?
Moving on.
You're reaching.
Moving on.
You'll be fine.
Josh is a great young man.
And my husband is amazing, and I'm still married to him. Good luck with you and
Beautiful
Josh.
for you. I haven't said shit
Good
about
luck
Eddie.
with you and Josh.
I never said shit about Eddie.
You brought rumors about mine.
Is Eddie still a lawyer? Is he still practicing
yes,
law?
he is.
I never said that.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Miserable.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Well, I can say the investigation is still ongoing. I can say that we have had court appearances.
The family to clear up some of the misinformation that's been put out by the state's attorney's office regarding the investigation into this case, regarding the lack of investigation into the burglary where they were both victimized. So this was an opportunity for their separate family to put out their side of the story to some degree and allow members of the public to know that there's a much broader story here. And we look forward to our next court appearances. We look forward to clearing up a lot of this information that's been conveyed by the state. And we look forward to going to trial.
How are your children handling this?
It varies because you have someone like Cam who is not aware of what's going on. Then you have Carter who is actually aware when everything happened.
He was.
We tried to shield him. Immediately it happened. I called my mom and my sister to pick up the kids.
Because she's so innocent. She had no idea what was going on. She was just so happy to hear my voice. She was like, Mommy. And I said, you're going to spend the night with Auntie. She was just like, okay, Mommy, I'll see you tomorrow. And I didn't know if I was going to see her tomorrow.
I called my mom and my sister, and they were able to pick up the kids.
Okay.
Carter knew something was up because the fact that they're randomly spending the night with my mom and my sister, Carter was just like, something is going on. And he opened his phone, and he actually saw...
Oh, no.
Everything.
Yeah.
I was so scared. I was just worried about the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I was so scared for them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is real tough.
Yeah.
Was the nap the reason why the wig was a little
Baby.
to the side and twisted a little bit?
I don't know
That
why.
wig was wigging, baby.
The wig was wigging.
It was her nap wig.
Is there a nap wig?
It wasn't my nap wig. That's my professor wig.
Baby,
that wasn't your professor.
Baby, that wig was
no.
Well, how do you explain the eating grin?
Because the guy who was taking my picture, he was really nice.
Okay.
And he was like, give me another look. And give me another, like he was playing around with me because he knew it was heavy. I was crying in there. I was sad. So he was just like, I know this is, he was trying to cheer me up.
Do you regret that?
Smiling?
Yeah.
I don't regret smiling because at the end of the day, I think we've all been through things and you try to smile through the pain no matter how heavy it is.
Okay.
That's the truth. That's true.
Had you popped a Happy Eddie?
No.
Okay. That was the speculation, and it was Happy Eddie.
Let me tell you something. I was not looking high as a kite. Eddie, on the other hand, he was far gone.
Okay.
But he had not popped a Happy Eddie. Eddie was actually asleep in his little cell. And they tapped him and said, come take your picture. And that's
So
when
he
Eddie
looked a little off. Did you spend the night in jail?
I did.
I feel like the house doesn't even feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
I have to eat, but I'm not hungry. And, I just have no desire. Appetite. No, nothing. I don't know.
I remember talking to you, Wendy, when Karen went in and you were like, I can't believe she woke up in jail. I can't believe what she's going through. And you went through it, but you're talking about it very, it's like a day in the park with the tulips. Like, are you okay? Are you...
No. What just happened? It's been a week. This is a week. Everything feels so, that day,
It doesn't feel
it didn't feel real even that day.
real.
It felt like it was a prank.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think it will lead to us being taken away in handcuffs.
I'm not okay, but I will be okay.
Are you terrified?
Absolutely terrified.
It's so crazy and it feels like a bad dream.
Yeah.
My number one fear in life is going to jail. It is literally the most terrifying thing to me. And so to be in a group now where two ladies that I know have been to jail, it feels like a little terrifying to me.
6:15, in just a few hours, former Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger will be released early from the Montgomery County Correctional Facility.
Now, this comes after she was found guilty of a slew of charges following viral and messy traffic stop. And our Jacqueline Quinn brings us up to speed on where this high-profile case stands this morning. Jacqueline, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So we're about 4 hours away. Huger's attorney's office confirms she'll walk out of the Montgomery County Correctional Facility at 10 a.m. Now, you may remember that viral video from Karen Huger's arrest in 2024 in Montgomery County. Huger was behind the wheel of her Maserati when she crashed. She said she didn't know where her ID was. Like we said, it was kind of messy. Prosecutors say she was drunk. Thankfully, no one else was hurt.
She is glad this part of the process is over. She has been working very hard on her recovery for the last few months, and that has allowed her to be the healthiest that she has been in years.
Now, again, this was her fourth DUI offense, and prosecutors pushed for 6 months behind bars, but the judge actually gave her a year.
Watch here, hold on.
Let me roll the window. Hold on. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down.
Reality TV star Karen Huger is a free woman, rolling down the window to wave at cameras from the back seat of an SUV, right after getting her hair and makeup done at the detention center.
I'm kind of like, ah!
It was amazing. She looked great. It was worth the wait.
To fans like Chantel Wright, Huger is known as the grande dame of the show, Real Housewives of Potomac.
Being kind of like the first fan to see her. It's kind of a cool little thing to have under my belt.
Who is that?
No one.
Okay.
Any messages for your fans?
That's the message.
Developing now, Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger was released from jail today after her DUI conviction.
Karen Huger of the Real Housewives of Potomac was released from prison early after serving 6 months for DUI. Body camera footage of her arrest only ignited more national attention.
A local reality TV star is now out of jail after serving 6 months for DUI. She had crashed her car in Potomac, Maryland last year while driving drunk. Prosecutors say Karen Huger had a history of impaired driving with a total of 4 arrests over 17 years.
This is so sweet. Yeah, do you do this, Dad?
Of course.
That's so sweet. She's gonna love that. Oh, balloons too.
And the welcome home sign.
But he does this every holiday. He prints it out in the fancy, like,
It's
2000s font. Every time.
It's easy to read. Come on, your sister. Oh, you doing, baby?
I'm good.
Good to see you. All right.
Come in.
Bridget, she came all the way up here for you.
Home. Thank you.
Okay.
I told you this too. She'll pass.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Popular reality TV star is out of jail and back home in Potomac tonight.
Show's production team returned to film the moment. One lady says that impacted her visitation time at the jail.
Karen, you owe me because you're really distracting my visit for my husband today. So, yeah, Karen, yeah. Kudos out, though. I'm glad you're getting out.
You look so fly.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I had to do a do-rag because the girls insisted on I do jailhouse braids.
Okay.
What?
So what they did was they took their extensions out of their hair.
Amy from Delaware said, Ashley, we usually love your messiness, but something felt different this year. You were mean and downright nasty at times.
To whom? Can we elaborate?
Hello. To Stacy, to me.
Okay,
to
let's...
Wendy.
No, we were not shocked.
Do you regret that?
I have apologized for that.
I can admit that I was maybe a little hot in the pants with what I said about Wendy. And when I thought about it later, it wasn't the time or the place. And honestly, I said it lightheartedly, but I realized that this is in no way a lighthearted situation for Wendy. So I do want to say that I'm sorry for how hot I came for Wendy. And I mean it. It's over here, babe. Right. I tried to talk to you backstage. You didn't want to talk to me, so I received that. No. And I'm simply saying what I need to say, and I mean it. And you can either take it or not, and I will not.
What went down with you and Wendy after BravoCon when she refused to talk to you backstage before your panel?
Good question, Anita.
Nothing happened. And my apology that I gave to her was to her children more than anyone else. And I stand by that apology. And Wendy can also go kick rocks.
Finally, Wendy. It's crazy because watching this season, you would never guess that this is where we would end up. Or maybe you would. I don't know.
Okay.
Depends on the lens you watched it from,
Precisely.
I guess.
Precisely.
Are you in touch with Wendy?
No. So Wendy and I had an interaction at BravoCon, and when I did a show at Mr. Henry's in DC, someone had asked me, it was actually the day she got arrested.
Yeah.
And someone had asked me, like, oh, how are you feeling? And I made a joke, which in hindsight was probably a little too sensitive at the time. I went a little hard on it, you know. So I acknowledge that.
Okay.
So when we went to BravoCon and I was like, hey, I just want to say that I'm sorry for how hard I went, how heavy it was, mainly because of her children. Her children are able to read and see and hear things.
Yeah.
So my apology was really directed toward her children. And, you know, of course, she got a little nasty about it, and that's fine, but that really doesn't change the facts of the matter. So.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Similarly, when I saw Wendy's mugshot and she was smiling in the picture, you are literally laughing in the photo. I'm like, this is not real. I made a joke. Wendy, it felt like a joke. So for me to make a joke that, hey, you've made jokes about people in this group.
Not anyone that has been locked up. Even when Karen was, I was probably one of the only people that did not do that to her.
I didn't know the severity of your situation. Truly.
Okay, so you do not apologize to her.
No, it's to her family, to her children.
Okay.
They are innocent bystanders in all of this.
Okay.
Not a rock.
Okay. And you did, what are you apologizing for again?
Because at my show, I made some jokes. The day that she got arrested, I said that Zinwin was in the pen.
Oh.
Yeah.
How you view me has nothing to do with me, but everything to do with you.
But I don't vilify my accomplishments.
Because you don't have none.
Bullshit, bitch.
Okay.
Bullshit,
bitch. If you had something, you probably would.
I have one social security number.
And you also have to think, it's because now that you watch all of it, you have to assume it is kind of ironic how many questions Dr. Wendy has about your finances.
It's very ironic.
Yeah.
It's very ironic.
When the news,
It's giving red herring. That's what it's giving.
Well, when the news came out about her special situation with the law, her arrest and the alleged charges, what was your initial reaction after knowing that she questioned your finances?
So at the time, I didn't know that she had questioned my finances, but at the time I thought, wow, this is very different from the brand that she portrays. And then I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I'm so sad for her kids to have to go through this and endure this in their social lives. You know, they're old enough to be able to read things like this. And then I thought to myself, you know, I don't know, she'll have to have her day in court.
Yeah, that is true. It is coming.
Yeah, and we'll all see it.
Yeah, we all see it.
Everyone,
we'll be
the
tuning
whole
in.
nation.
I said, what? What? Right. What? So then I immediately opened Instagram to see these mugshots, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
My God. My God.
I saw that picture. I was like, what on earth? Like, what? I mean, that was the biggest. It was so shocking. Just
it was
to
shocking.
See their mugshots, and then it was kind of weird because the mugshots were like a little sinister looking. Like,
well, why is Wendy laughing? Why is Wendy laughing?
Right? Why is there like a smirk? I don't. Okay, so my thinking is like she probably was like, okay, well, I don't want my mugshot to look like I want to at least like smile in my mugshot, but I think maybe they didn't catch her at the right time. Like, you know, like I think she was trying to smile and they just, just took it. Like they didn't even give her a chance to get ready. Here. And then Eddie looked high. Like I was like,
as a kite.
Yes.
Happy Eddie was a happy Eddie. Okay.
He was high on his own supply. So anyway, I mean, first I want to say I am highly shocked, surprised, and disappointed by these charges.
I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. If everything that is in these documents is true, so of course you're guilty and innocent until proven guilty. But if everything in these charging documents is true, I'm highly disappointed. And then I just have so many questions. Like, why? Yeah. Why did we feel the need to do this?
Why?
Quickly, we gotta ask you.
Yes.
I know Karen said, she didn't take that plea deal. So, the fans are like, wait a minute, Wendy, you better take a plea deal if they ask you, girl.
She should.
Is that kind of like a forewarning to Wendy? Like, girl, take that plea deal if they're going to offer it to you?
Yes.
I know we all don't know and we're all just waiting, but is that like kind of like a telltale sign? Like maybe you should take a plea deal if they offer it.
I'm sure she should.
Maybe
Not maybe.
Time or no.
For definitely.
For definitely. Well, you look fantastic.
Yeah.
That is my biggest question. Like and I immediately thought, first of all, huge disappointment, sad, right? Because this is so sad for their children, you know, guilty or innocent. Their parents were removed from their house and brought down to a police station and charged. They have mugshots. That is, I'm sure, super scary for their children. So sad. But like, why?
I do want to say, a lot of people are hung up on like the insurance claim, which number one, I just thought was not really smart to try to file $450,000 in insurance. That's a red flag for any insurance company. Like they're definitely going to do their due diligence and, you know, look into it, because that's a lot of money. And I think insurance companies, it's their responsibility to investigate. I'm more caught up on staging the robbery. That's what I'm caught up on. Like, dang, like y'all really were like running through, you know, going around your house, you know, making the place look disheveled and taking stuff out of it. And like,
elephant in the room is what happened with the Osefos about 10 days ago. What was your reaction when you heard this, Kay?
I mean, shocked. I was shocked, and to be honest, I was also a little bit disappointed. You know, I didn't expect that. You know, just shocking. So all I have to say is just thoughts and prayers for Wendy at this time, because, you know, it's sad.
I want to say that, like all of you, I found out about the charges against Wendy and Eddie Osefo on Friday morning, and there's not much that I can say. I know nothing of the charges more than you guys do, than what I've read. I'm sad about this. You know, Wendy is just, you know, I'm a Wendy fan, and she has been a great housewife and a great role model for, she's always led with education and her solid family values. And so that's what, you know, I'm really thinking about her and her family, and I'm certainly hoping that this is all some big, you know, nothing.
You know, it's an unfortunate situation, and right now I can't say too much, but I will say when the time is right, I will share my story with everyone. And for now, they're just allegations, so we will continue to push forward.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.